for reading, but it shouldn't be a problem. Welcome to the channel. I'm Mark. This is Life's Too Hard. We all feel like that sometimes. That's why I wrote these books. Spiriting Around, the modern guide to finding yourself, which is really about how to be an adult. CLAQ, C-L-A-Q, Creating Love and Asking Questions, because life is a question machine, which is about how to work with God. And Self-Respect, the Solution to Unsolvable Problems, which is about how to keep a fair balance between yourself and creation. These books are available as ebooks online or can be ordered at your local bookstore. I'm going to read to you from them, starting with Spiriting Around. Don't worry you'll miss something. It's easy to jump around. And you may disagree, but that's okay. I don't mean to challenge you. I'm just asking you to think for yourself. Here we go. And this section is a continuation of the conflicts and controversies section. And we'll start here with immigration. The benefits of immigration or the problems with immigration are related to a nation's needs. Immigration's an asset where there's lots of room and not enough people. With increased immigration, there are more people to develop a society's resources. But where there's more population than resources to support them, then immigration can be a problem. There's nothing wrong with someone moving to another country to find a better life for themselves, with security and opportunity for their families. It takes courage to leave a familiar situation, no matter how hard conditions are, to take on the unknown difficulties of living in a new country and the often hazardous journey to get there. An immigrant moves to a foreign country where they can expect little support to help them get started. And besides the problems of everyday life, there could be resistance from the people already competing for the resources there. Immigration is a good solution to developing untapped resources because an immigrant will take a risk. They're willing to make a sacrifice in hope of achieving their dreams. Whatever the cost, they choose the opportunity rather than suffer the problems of the places they left behind. They're opportunists. That's why they're so threatening to the established population. Their purposefulness is more driven and desperate because in their minds there's no place to retreat. To them, it means succeed or perish, and that's a hard attitude to compete with when there's a job on the line. Anyone who would risk their life and the lives of their family to live somewhere new and unknown to them on the chance for a better life can only be an asset. What greater resource is there than a human being? What power is greater than human beings' desire for freedom? So human beings readily push themselves towards that goal, even if it means risking their lives. People will move to where they expect a better life. So the ability of someone to absorb more population must be managed because it can't be stopped. The natural imperative of a human soul is to be free. It won't be held back, but it can be cultivated to produce a richer, more robust society for everyone. Laws, next section. Laws are the rules a society accepts to respect the people who live there. Laws are the limits of communal living. This assumes the intention of government is to be equal to everyone without favoring anyone with special benefits or condemning anyone to an unfair sacrifice. Getting two people to agree on anything can be difficult. So having millions of people in accord is a miracle of human nature, and it happens every day. Flexibility and compromise are the essence of fairness, and every situation has unique circumstances which must be considered when interpreting the law. Life's pressures affect everyone differently, and extreme emotions can confuse the best of us. So it's a challenge to create equitable penalties for breaking the law, and the need for fairness must be balanced by penalties severe enough to motivate everyone to respect the laws while staying in proportion to the damage caused by the unlawful conduct. This will always be reviewed closely because everyone wants to be treated fairly. Communities change to the normal flow of life, and those responsible for its laws change with it. So perspectives and interpretations of the law evolve as they accommodate the changing attitudes of a community's new consensus. And in this complex process, we must each stand up for our rights to be included. Each generation's outlook changes as it expands experience and grows in awareness. And a new generation may find benefits in changing existing laws for laws which better reflect their own attitude on the meaning of fairness. The law is a flexible condition, and it should be seen from every angle, every distance, and every just purpose to successfully serve its people. Next section, loneliness. The normal trial for young adults is their growing self-awareness. Refined by life's pressures, they begin to see themselves as individuals in a community, and they yearn for connection with the world around them and its community of souls. We all have different tolerances for the companionship of others. Some of us need constant interaction to be comfortable. Other people's opinions are very important to the way they value themselves, and others are happier with less conduct and prefer the simplicity of their own company and private thoughts. They have a solitary communion with the world and see too much contact as an intrusion. So realizing your need for contact is up to you to create. When the measure of contact is an isolated soul, it's called loneliness. And feeling alone and disconnected from love is uncomfortable. It can mean desperately missing a loved one who's gone away overnight, or the distrust in meeting a stranger. But what it does is block communication because it lacks confidence in love. Human beings are social beings, and positive human contact is important to our growth. We all need someone to talk to, someone to trust, someone to love us, and someone to love. We all need help and direction. New adults need confirmation to check themselves. We need the opportunity to see how others see the world. But when we feel separate, it's like we're floating away beyond help. And often all it takes to cure loneliness is a smile from a stranger or the attention of a loving pet. And though it doesn't always seem so, God's always close too. Getting along with others isn't always natural, but it's a learnable skill. It doesn't mean you like everyone, but you can appreciate you're in the same boat. And if friendship isn't offered, then you have to reach out for it. How you see friendship is a personal preference, and it's important to find friends who accept you for being yourself. Living together means accepting different perspectives. We're all created with different paths to explore our existence, and we can choose new ones if we like. We're born with different talents too, and we can learn new ones if we want. For as many people as there are in the world, there are that many combinations of abilities that can lead to a happy life. So getting along with others needs tolerance. We need to be tolerant of the advantages others enjoy, and we need to be tolerant of the burden each of us carries. Though you're only responsible for yourself, you're never alone. It's a perception and a choice. You're always part of a community. What's important is to know when you want to be with others and when you want to be alone. It's only when you honor your feelings that you'll feel really comfortable. Loneliness can enter our lives at any time, and it may be frustrating, but it's nobody's fault. It usually comes from human weaknesses, sadness, confusion, illness, or fatigue. But whatever its cause, God's presence will always be your comforting companion. That's a good place to stop. Thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you were intrigued and inspired. I enjoy sharing what I spent my whole life learning. Now I pass it along to you so you can make your life easier. I appreciate your comments and suggestions. Remember to subscribe. Hope to see you all next time. All the best. Oop, here we go.